Death of a queen, Shalonda Lafton, murdered here at XTC Cabaret strip club. And I tell you, this place is huge, man. They have their own private parking lot. So my first thought was, if security is going to follow her out of the club into a private parking lot, then they would definitely be wrong and held liable. So here's the main building. They put a lot of money into this strip club, man. When I tell you it is huge, it is huge. And the building itself is a very nice building. This is one part of the parking lot. It's right off the freeway. Very easy access for people to come and see the so-called adult entertainment. Here's the other half of the parking lot. I'm not exactly sure where the queen was murdered at, but I wanted to see from what vantage point did the security have to follow her out to her car. I'm just, as far as I'm concerned, usually if we're going to put somebody out of a club, we make sure to get them out of the inside and we allow them the freedom to go to their vehicles. Now if they come back, then they got to deal with what they got to deal with. But the way XTC Cabaret has it set up, this is their entire property. So they have the right under the penal code to walk somebody all the way to the car because all of this is their private property. But again, man, at what point do we come together as a people and say enough is enough? Yes, she was at a strip club. Yes, she was at a strip club. But what does that matter in the bigger term of things? So they say she tried to run over some security or whatever. If you would have just given the girl some space to make her exit, you didn't have to follow her to the car, all the way to the car. And as security, why would you stand in front of the car anyway? That just doesn't make sense. From a tactical perspective, you would be on the sides of the vehicle, from a tactical perspective. Let me see what we got here. Just trying to turn the camera around so you can see me. I'll just flip it around. I don't know how clear I am on the video or the picture, but I wanted to come out here and take a look at this shit for myself, man. Where they killed this girl at out here. All they had to do was let her leave off the goddamn parking lot. She was already in her car. But they stood in front of her car. They say she attempted to run over one of the guards, and two guards fired into the fucking vehicle, two security guards. I believe one was white and one was Latino. And you're probably gonna ask yourself, well, what does that matter? I mean, it actually does matter. There were black guards inside the club. Why didn't they come out and escort the queen out the club and make sure she got out of here safely? Instead, you allowed these other ethnic groups to handle your people. And in the end of the day, she wound up dead, man. This was somebody's child. And I don't give a damn about you that say, well, she was at a strip club, that's what go will go. Fuck that. She didn't do nothing to deserve to be shot. Then this is where the goddamn security guard came and jumped on her back and pointed his firearm right at her head after she was already shot. after she was already on the goddamn ground. So peace to you, Queen. May you rest in peace. May you rest in power. Hopefully we'll get some prosecutions out of this, but none of that matters because it's not going to bring you back. I just wish as a people we had more sense and more compassion and not say that she was at a strip club. I don't give a damn about that. People can go wherever the fuck they want to go. If she wasn't a threat to anybody, you should have left her the hell alone. Let her get to her car, let her vent, and let her leave. And by no means does a goddamn security guard with any kind of training stand in front of somebody's vehicle when they're trying to leave. After you done already threatened them and pissed them off, you get to the side of the vehicles. See, that's the difference with these motherfuckers, man. They're not trained. They go and sit in a class for 8 hours and get a fucking security guard license, and that's the extent of the goddamn training. So, that's it, fam. I just wanted to come out here and see for myself where this little girl was murdered at, and man, it's sad, it's terrible, it's heart-wrenching because she had no reason to lose her life. Truth to Power TV, signing off.